Welcome to Ocean City, Maryland, and welcome to the 2026 Beach Tennis Maryland ITF Championship Series. For the next 8 days, this beach transforms into the home of the biggest and longest-running beach tennis event in the United States. The world's best athletes have arrived to battle for ITF ranking points, championship titles, and beach tennis glory. This year's series features Elite BT50 and BT200 events, along with the first ever week in the United States to host for ITF J100 Junior tournaments. Whether you're watching from the sand here in Ocean City or joining us from around the world, you're about to experience world-class competition. This is the 2026 Beach Tennis Maryland ITF Championship Series, and it starts right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Ocean City, we are live on YouTube, courtesy of I Do Live Streaming. We are also live here in person with all of you on the boardwalk on a beautiful Sunday night, a championship Sunday here at Center Court in front of the Park Place Hotel. This is our first championship of the week, ladies and gentlemen, the BT #1. And we are super excited. We're ready to get underway. Let us meet our players. First up, he's from Brazil, currently ranked 105 in the world. 3 titles under his belt, age 22. Ladies and gentlemen in the gray shirt, give it up for Augusto Russo. His playing partner, currently ranked 74 in the world with a 30-23 record in 2026. He's 20 years old from Italy. Give it up for Alessandro Galletti. On the other side, in the blue and white, currently ranked 167 in the world with a 13-5 record in 2026. He's 17 years old from Italy. Give it up for Alex Agirelli. And his partner, former world #1, a 5-time world champion. He's the legend. He is the maestro. He's 46 years old and can still do what he does out on center court. From Italy, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Alessandro Calbucci. We are ready to get underway here. Galletti and Russo going to start us off. This is Alessandro Galletti serving us up. Men's championship match, best 2 out of 3. Here we go. Galletti going in the high serve, and that is got caught up in the wind. Calbucci was there, not fooled. Easy first point there for Calbucci and Agirelli. Player here. Represents the next generation of Italian players. Nice little touch play around the net. This is going to be best 2 out of 3, as I said. Third set super tiebreak if we get there. And Agirelli puts one down with authority. Oh, it's love 30. This is a battle of the #2 seeds versus the #4 seeds. Galletti and Russo. The #2s, Calbucci and Agirelli, knocked out the #1 seeds, Fontage and Yuji, earlier today. That love 30 serve is up and in, and that's going to go out on the return. So that sails wide. Galletti and Russo get the first points of this championship match. It's 15-30. Serve in for his return there by Calbucci. Calbucci down the center, taking it up high into the wind. Calbucci stretched and able to keep the ball back in play, but there's the young Italian able to keep it back on a defensive play. Now going up high, and that's going to sail long. We are tied 30-all. And folks, if you've never seen professional beach tennis before, you are in for a treat. We've got one of the legends of the game here who flew all the way in to play in this event. And if you're on the boardwalk and you want to come on in and have a seat, no charge here. We welcome you. We got some seating here. Come get a closer look. We'd love to have you come be a part and get a feel for what this great game is all about. We are in the first game of this men's championship, the final match on the men's side, 30-all. As the serve is up and in, dug out there by the young Italian. Now Calbucci from the center, putting pressure on. Is Agirelli, and Agirelli knocking it down as that ball gets hung up in the wind. Easy put away. It is 30-40. Break opportunity here for Agirelli and Calbucci. Get that early break on the south side of the court, and then they'll be switching sides. Serve will go their way. This would be a huge moment to strike first, get that early momentum. Wind is definitely a factor in this match. It has picked up over the last hour and a half. As the serve is up. Oh, that's just a big serve there by Galletti. A little too much for the Italians to handle. And we are tied at 40 all. Ladies and gentlemen, what does that mean? It's a golden point. The next point wins the game. Doesn't matter if you're serving or returning. Somebody's going to take the 1-0 lead on this point right now. Will it be the servers, the number 2 seeds, or will the Italian number 4s, including the legend Calbucci, strike first? Serve is up. Backhand side return there by Galletti. That one's going to sail in. Yeah, and he just hung up. Not much that Agirelli could do there. And so that's a good hold for Galletti and Russo. They strike first and they lead 1 game to love here as we're in the men's championship. Live from Ocean City, Maryland. So here we are in the second game. The Italians now move to the north side of the court. Agirelli pops one in. Love 15. Serve up, and the wind just knocked that one down in a weird way, and Russo had a hard time with it. We're at 15 all. 3 Italians and a Brazilian walk onto the sand in Ocean City. It sounds like the start of a joke, but it is not. It's what we've got going on here in the men's championship match. Agirelli, the 17-year-old, serving it up at 15 all. Serve in, back inside dish there by Russo, and that was just wide. 30-15. Dug out there on the backhand, on the forehand side return. Now locking in is Galletti. Galletti, oh, and a miss hit. And that's a tough one, folks. It looks a lot easier than it actually is because what's going on is the ball is getting hung up in the wind, and it can move as much as 7 feet as it's getting blown around. So you lock into it, you get your body in position, but the ball carries. So you're always having to scramble, and it's tough, especially at this time of night, the twilight time. Very challenging for the players. Agirelli bringing the heat on the serve. Calbucci's there to answer. Calbucci keeping the ball low, out of the wind, and now taking it up high this time. Agirelli putting pressure on in the forecourt. Now Agirelli for the kill, but saved back in there by Russo. Russo once again at switching sides. Agirelli covers his partner, and that's a good exchange there by all players. 40-30 now. Still game point here, still opportunity for the Italians to tie this first set up at 1 game apiece. We're very, very early in this men's championship. Serve is up, backhand side return is long, and that is game for Alex Agirelli and Alessandro Calbucci. We are tied at 1 game apiece, set number 1. This is Russo serving it up. They call him Guto. That's his nickname, and it goes over the head. Nice shot there by Agirelli. Love 15. You almost feel an obligation when you're on the north side of the court with the wind in your face. You feel an obligation to try and capitalize. You know, for reasons like that, that is no reflection on what kind of a player Augusto Russo is. That is a direct effect of the wind on the ball at this time of the evening. The flag really blowing here courtside. And that's just what the players are going to have to deal with. It's part of the elements. So from the other side now, and Gusto tries a different view, but puts it up and it's out. So that's now triple break point for Calbucci and Agirelli. Trying to get the break and take that 2-1 lead. Players will change sides after this game. Serve is up and in, 15-40. Serve in, forehand side dish by Agirelli. There's Calbucci on the cross angle. Taking up high into the wind, stretching is Galletti. Nice pressure, and way up in the air is Agirelli. That's a smart play. Yes, and that's why you do it. Agirelli sends one sky high, and just too much for Galletti to handle. That moved even more than 7 feet, and that's just how it's going to be, folks, on a windy night like this in Ocean City. Alex Agirelli, Alessandro Calbucci lead 2-1 men's championship match. As we're back on center with Calbucci serving it up at 2-1. Serve up, service ace, 15-love. Forehand side return there by Galletti. Alex is there, and Galletti smashing it home. 15-all. Backhand side return back. Little flip play by Russo. What a beautiful shot. Augusto Russo. Backhand flick down below the net. Able to bring that topspin up and over. 15-30. Forehand return by Galletti. There's an easy put down. Russo smashing it home. 15-40, and let's hope, that's a bad sign. Let's hope Alessandro's okay. Kind of went up a little bit limp on that one. So hopefully that's just a little stinger and nothing serious. Way too early in the match to be seeing stuff like that, and what a shame that would be. If Calbucci's gonna have to deal with that obstacle of the left knee for the rest of the match. Let's see what happens. At 5:40. Calbucci's there on a beautiful cross angle. This one goes up high. Crossing sides now is Agirelli. Agirelli's there, gets a ball back in. That's going to stand in. Yes, and a nice assist off the wind as Agirelli saves that point. Puts it high into the air. Wind carries it to the midcourt on the opposing side, and we are now at 30-40. Nice heads-up play by the young 17-year-old Alex Agirelli. There we go. Agirelli there once again, and no, it is out. He had the opportunity to put that away, but it's just a straight miss, and it's 2-2. We are tied at 2-all in the first set, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching men's championship action here live from Ocean City. First BT50 of the week. We have another one starting tomorrow. That'll be Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday is mixed doubles and juniors. And then on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the BT200. That's like the big Super Bowl event here in Ocean City. We're going to end it on that one. Players from all over the world flying in. Alessandro Galletti serving it up at 2 games all. Big service ace. Way to start the game. The 5th game of this first set. 15 love. Serve in. Dug out there by Agiarelli, and that's a big 1-2 punch. Russo coming in to finish the business. 30 love. And that serve is out. Galletti serves it up, and it is out. 30-15. Forehand side return there by Agiarelli. Agiarelli's going up high, trying to go over the head of Russo. There's Calbucci putting pressure on, and that should be, oh my goodness, it should have been an easy kill, but look at the way the ball is moving in the air. A swing and a miss. And a fortunate break for Galletti and Russo. That takes them to 40-15. Game point here, chance to seize that lead in the set. Service up, answer back in by Agiarelli. Agiarelli gets a paddle on it, and that one, Russo just kind of reacted. It was a little quick for him, and he pops it outside. Still 40-30, game point for the number 2 seeds. Serves up, backhand side return there by Calbucci. Cross angle by Agiarelli. Now a little touch play. Taking it back high from the center, and Agiarelli sending it back. And that one's going to sail along, and that is game. Galletti and Russo have seized the lead here in this first set. They lead 3-2. You're watching men's championship match here live from Ocean City, Maryland, the 2026 Maryland Beach Tennis Open BT50 number 1. That generator makes a lot of noise, man, I'll tell you. So at 2-3, Agiarelli serving it up. Men's championship match first set. Calbucci, a nice defensive play, keeping the ball in. And I couldn't see if that was in or out. That was out. Okay, so 15 love. Calbucci cross angle, answering that back with a little touch play. Agiarelli's there to answer, covering for his partner. Calbucci gets a paddle on it. That one's going to sail out. Nice play defensively by Agiarelli and Calbucci, and the young 17-year-old knows when to cover his partner. Even though he's a legend of the game, there's also quite an age difference there, and that's what the young gun's role is. Use those fresh young legs. 30 love. Forehand side return. That's Agiarelli. Mishandles that one, 30-15. Oh, and a friendly bounce off the net there for Galletti. It clips the top tape, and that takes us to 30 all. Forehand side return. There's Russo taking it up. Russo smashing it home. Break opportunity now for Galletti and Russo at 30-40. Chance to extend that lead to 2 games. One-two punch there by Calbucci. Perfect execution. The 1 is the serve for big serve dipping to force the high return. And the 2 is the partner coming in to close it out on the 3rd shot. That's what we saw right there. Golden point. We have a chance here to go 3-3 tie if the Italians can pull this one off. Otherwise, it's a 2-game cushion for the number 2 seeds. Serve in. Agiarelli sends it up deep. That's what he needs to do. And a nice put away for Calbucci. And we are tied at 3 games all, folks. We got a good one here in set number 1, men's championship. Calbucci, the maestro, and his young protege, Alex Agiarelli, holding strong. Here we go. Russo serving it up. 22-year-old from Brazil, and that's just a brilliant return by Calbucci, and the wind giving him a little bit of assist there, slowing it down. Love 15. Now taking it up high. Cross angle. What a brilliant cross angle by Galletti, Alessandro Galletti. 20 years old from Italy, 74th ranked player in the world. Interesting, actually, to see 3 Italians and then 1 Brazilian. It's kind of been the opposite way over the last few years. Italy historically has dominated this sport. As that one lands in. Forehand side return there, back by Agiarelli, and he lets that one fly. 30 all. Serve in, forehand side return there, back by Agiarelli. Calbucci is there to answer from the middle. Top spin shot. Agiarelli able to commit to it. As this one goes up high once again, but Agiarelli's there. Calbucci sending it back to the baseline. And that is a brilliant put down by Guto. Augusto Russo, known as Guto, that's his nickname. Game point opportunity to take that 4-3 lead here. It's been neck and neck in this men's championship from the beginning. Service up, dug out there by Agiarelli. Calbucci's there. Quick hands on the defensive play by Calbucci. Oh, and he had him. He had Russo beat, but he dumps it into the net, and it is now 4-3. Galletti and Russo. Little bit maybe a fortunate break their way, but it doesn't matter. The score is the score. They lead 4-3, set number 1. So as we get underway here in the 8th game of this set, Agiarelli coming in for his own 1-2 punch. The young Italian popping it home with some authority. Maybe venting a little frustration there after that last game. 15 love. Backhand tie return. This one's getting hung up in the wind, but that's not going to be enough. A little bit too much juice on that one. That's a quick 30 love here for Calbucci and Agiarelli. Serve in. This one, oh, that's out, but just barely. 40 love. Ooh, so close. Serve in, yeah, so that's a perfect service game there for Alessandro Calbucci, and he ties things up at 4 games apiece here in the first set. So this is so far the battle that we had been hoping for. Galletti, Russo, Agiarelli, and Alessandro Calbucci, the maestro. A legend of the game. Five-time world champion. Countless other tournaments won. Alessandro Calbucci, he is the legend. That is, he is called the maestro. But we're tied up at 4-all. This is Galletti serving it up. Backhand side return, that's going to go into the net. 15 love. Answer back in, touch, feather drop. Yes, and the young 17-year-old. Agiarelli sneaks one in as we watch the replay on the top. Beautiful lob to the corner. I expect big things from this young man, the next generation of Italian players. And he's got a pretty good tutor here in a man named Calbucci. 15-all. Serves up and in, return back in there by Agiarelli. Oh, a little miscommunication there. Not sure if Calbucci thought maybe Agiarelli was going to come cover his backside. (30-15). Galletti serves it up. Calbucci in the backhand side return. Now stretching. Now this time, Agirelli makes the move, but just a hair too late. So the teams have a predetermined protocol for that. They know when one is supposed to cover the other, but sometimes it still just doesn't quite work out. Galletti serving it up at 40-15. Putting pressure on, and that's just a great service game there by Galletti and Russo. They take the lead 5-4 here in this first set. It's a close one. The number 2 seeds, Galletti and Russo, clinging to a 1-game lead late in set number 1. We'll be right back here on center court. The men's championship match from Ocean City, Maryland. So serve goes back here to Agirelli. They are down 4-5. Serve up and in. Alex comes on down. Down in the sand goes Calbucci. Beautiful cross angle. Smart play there by Guto. Love 15. Backhand side dish there by Galletti. Yes, and there's Agirelli. Sneaking it down the Ocean side line to tie us up at 15-all. Russo just taking a second to towel off here. 15-all. Agirelli serving to try to keep his team in this first set. They're down 4-5. We are tied at 15-all. As the serve is up, forehand side return back by Galletti. Galletti is there now, taking it over the head of Russo, but Russo's there to answer. This one gets sent to the backcourt, and that's going to sail long. 30-15. No, and that is out. That was close, but it is out. So that's 40-15. Opportunity for Calbucci, Agirelli to tie this one up at 5 games apiece, and they'll still have one more game on that north side of the court, which is the advantage side, given these wind conditions. So the serve is up. Little touch play, trying to put a little juice on it is Russo. Galletti's there to answer. Calbucci stretching. Galletti backhand side dish. Calbucci keeping it back in play. And that's just a great shot by Russo to put that one down with authority. 40-30 now. Still game point. Let's see if they can pull this one out. Tie us up at 5-all here in the first set. Pressure on Calbucci, Agirelli. Serve is up. Little touch play down in the sand goes Agiarelli. The wind's going to keep that ball back in play, and he sends it back to the baseline once again. Smart play there by Agiarelli, and he puts it down. Calbucci able to keep the ball back in. It's out, and Calbucci, Agiarelli, they stay alive here in the first set. We are tied at 5 games all. Set number 1. This is as close as it gets. This is exactly what we hoped for here in this championship match. We are dead tied 5 all, folks. Eleventh game of this first set. Calbucci's there to answer. Agiarelli taking it back to the baseline and just out, maybe by an inch or two. 15 love. Serve is up. Forehand side return good by Agiarelli. Agiarelli now from the center. Look out. Galletti putting it down with authority. 30 love. They're 2 points away from taking a 6-5 lead here in set number 1. Let's see how Calbucci and Agiarelli can respond. They're on that advantageous side, so they need to try to take advantage of it. There we go. Yeah, and there it is. Taking it up high, forcing Galletti. He can't go high with his shot. He's got to try to keep it low. And that time, just a little bit too low. 30-15. Serve in, back inside return there by Calbucci. Taking it up high is Agiarelli. Agiarelli from the sand down low. Little touch dropper there. Nice exchange in the forecourt by both teams. Smash put away. And that was out. 30 all. Closing in is Russo on the cross angle. Down in the sand goes Russo. Agiarelli gets there. Saved back in there. Saved back in by Agiarelli, but back on his feet is Russo. He goes down in the sand, then he hops right back up, and he's in position for the put away. That is just excellent athleticism and movement by Augusto Russo. And here's the chance now to serve and take that 6-5 lead. Back inside return there by Calbucci. Friendly bounce off the net, but they able to keep it back in play. Up high this time, stretching over is Galletti. He's going to use that wind. Yes, and he sneaks it inside the baseline, and they stay alive. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's 5 games apiece here in the first set. We are tied at 40 all. This is as close as it gets right now. 1 point is going to make the difference. Somebody's going to take the 6-5 lead right now. Will it be the servers on the south side of the court? Will it be the Italian or their Italian opponents on the north side? Russo serving it up. 5 all. In there on the backhand side dish. From the center. Agiarelli's there. Little touch dropper down in the sand goes Calbucci. What's going to happen here? Oh! Russo! And they take the 6-5 lead. What a match we got here on center court. Men's championship action. The Italians, they could smell it. They had it in their hands. But Russo with an amazing shot and Galletti able to pull it off. They lead 6-5 here. Men's championship in the first set. As we return to center court, Alex Corner, the voice of beach tennis, bringing you a good one here live from Ocean City with Alessandro Calbucci and Alex Aggiarelli down 5-6, but a chance to serve here to force a first set tiebreaker. It's been neck and neck all match long. Let's see what Calbucci and Aggiarelli can deliver here. Serve is up, answer back in. Calbucci's there. Aggiarelli going to the back corner, but that's going to sail long. Love 15. Serve is up. Ooh, big time serve, big time return. And I couldn't see it. I didn't have the angle on it, but we're going to watch the replay here on our friends from the stream. Yes, and that was well in. My view was blocked, but thanks to our I Do live streaming replay, we are tied at 15 all. Calbucci is there with the service ace. 30-15. The maestro playing the strings right there. Perfect service ace to the corner. This one gets hung up in the wind, keeping it low. That's what they need to do there. Keep that ball low. I think it's, I want to say it's 15-40. 30-30, you sure? Okay. Serve up and in. Calbucci taking it up high. Locking in is Russo. Russo now going to challenge Calbucci, but Calbucci's there with the windmill, and he forces that shot long. So Calbucci, chance here to hold and send us to a first set tiebreaker. Serve is up. Down in the sand goes Galletti. Galletti back up on his feet, though. Aggiarelli's there. Oh, my goodness. Aggiarelli put one down almost in the hydration tent over there. So golden point. It comes down to this. It's set point for Galletti and Russo, but it's also game point for Calbucci and Aggiarelli. So we're either going to be set number one in the books, or we're going to a first set tiebreaker. Four hits, high return there by Galletti, taking it up high. Russo, no, we're going to a tiebreaker here to determine set number one. It's 6 all. And so what does that mean? Well, we're going to do a standard tennis 7-point tiebreaker. It's the same rule in beach tennis. Serve will move over to Galletti and Russo. They'll serve one serve, and then players will change sides. Then the teams will change sides every 4 points after that. There will be 2 serves each per team, and then the first team to 7 points wins. You got to win by 2. So Galletti's going to start us off. This is the first set tiebreaker here, 0-0. Serve is up, and it's good on a beautiful play on the lob serve. 1 point to love, Galletti and Russo. Aggiarelli now serving it up. It's his turn, and that return's going to sail long. Big time serve by the 17-year-old Italian. We are tied at 1 point each. If you're just joining us, we are in the first set tiebreaker men's championship match. Serve up. Forehand return there by Galletti. Taking it up high. Agirelli's there to answer. This one's going to go back. Saved back by Agirelli. He's continuing to put pressure on, but a nice play. Yes, that sneaks in the baseline. Knocked down by the wind. Perfect play by Agirelli. They lead 2-1. So now serve goes back to Russo and Galletti at 1-2. Remember, it's a race to 7. First one to 7 takes the first set. As it serves up, backhand side return there by Galletti. Easy pickings there for Galletti as we are tied at 2 points all. The Italians take the lead at 3-2. You're watching men's pro action here. We are in the middle of a first set tiebreaker. It has been neck and neck all match long, high competition, high drama. Both teams adjusting to this steady wind. And of course, adjusting to the atmosphere under the lights here on center court. It's the men's championship. And it has been a good one. Remember, we have one more match coming up later on after this one. The final match of the night will be the ladies' championship. But right now we are focused on this one to see if Calbucci, the legendary Alessandro Calbucci, and his 17-year-old protege, Alex Agirelli, playing their first tournament together, leading 3-2. Can they pull off the first set? Serve in, dug out there by Russo, up high. Galletti is there. Oh, and that's just too much power. Galletti, what an overhead smash. Ties us up at 3 points all. Dug out there, yes, and so they seize the lead off a brilliant return by Russo. 4-3. Galletti and Russo now leading, and they'll have 2 serves from the north side of the court. And a service ace extends the lead to 2. It's 5-3. 5-3. Galletti and Russo in the lead. They're 2 points away from taking the first set. Serve is up. Answer back in there by Agirelli. Agirelli, yes, with the pressure, so they get one back. It's still a close one. Players will change sides. It's 5-4. 5-4 here. Galletti and Russo clinging to the 1-point advantage. Four serving 5. Taking it up high, stretching. There's Agiarelli putting it down. We are tied at 5 points all. First set tiebreaker. 6 games apiece, 5 all in the first set tiebreak. This match could not be any closer. Agiarelli now serving it up. Taking it up high once again, stretching. On the cross angle, able to save it back is Galletti. Oh! Agiarelli, and let him hear it, ladies and gentlemen. The 17-year-old Italian. He has given his team the lead at 6 points to 5. 1 point away from claiming the first set here in Ocean City. Men's championship action, and now the pressure exists all on the shoulders of Augusto Arusso. At 5-6, they're facing a set point. Serve is up. Backhand side return by Agiarelli. Agiarelli puts pressure down the middle. There's Calbucci to answer. Calbucci just keeping it back in play. Now challenging back up. Backhand side dig. It's out. Calbucci. Agiarelli. They take the first set in the tiebreaker. 7-5. What a comeback. The maestro Calbucci victorious with his protege, and they lead 1 set to love. Men's championship action here in Ocean City. We are back now live for the second set. Calbucci and Agiarelli leading 1 set to love. Love 15. Yes, and that's a beautiful windmill, aggressive windmill put away by Adjarelli. Ties us up at 15 all. What a first set that was. Calbucci, Adjarelli, they forced that first set tiebreaker. Climbed their way up. And pulled it off in the end. So we are here live back on court with a heated exchange right there. Big power from Russo, but that one's going to sail well out. 30-15. Foreign return taking it up high. Adjarelli he's getting pushed back, and he went in for the kill. And that's a choice the players have a split second to make. Are you going to try to go for the put away, or are you going to try to just keep the ball back in and wait for a better setup? You don't have a lot of time to make that calculation. 30 all. Down in the sand goes Russo, and that's a nice 1-2 punch. 40-30. Service up. Calbucci taking it up high. Back to the corner. Oh, and that is out. And that is game number 1 to Calbucci and Adjarelli, leading 1-0 and now 1 game to love as players will change sides. They are off and running, leaving right where they left off in the first set. Men's championship action here live from Ocean City with the legend, Alessandro Calbucci, the maestro, and his 17-year-old playing partner from Italy, Alex Adjarelli. Got another young Italian on the other side. That's 20-year-old Alessandro Galletti. Currently ranked 74th in the world. He's got 5 wins under his belt. And his partner, Guto Russo, from Brazil. He's currently ranked 105 right now in the world tennis rankings. However, he's been as high as 61 on the beach tennis circuit. It's definitely an interesting time in the world of beach tennis. I've been calling this, I've been involved with the sport of beach tennis for 21 years, and I'll tell you, I've seen a transition. This is very much about the next generation, the young players, all in their late teens, early 20s. Some of the old guard that I grew up watching, you know, my friend Alessandro here on the court is one of them. But it's kind of that moment in time where the old guard is working their way out. The new young guns are working their way in. And as the sport gets more popular around the globe and players are taking it, you know, more seriously, and you're getting a real youth development circuit, these young players are starting at an earlier age, and you see the youth represented at a lot of these major tournaments now around the world. 15 love. That ball getting hung up in the wind, and then the wind just kind of playing a number on that ball right there. Fortunate break there for Adjarelli and Calbucci. We're tied at 15 all. And great move there by Russo just to get a paddle on that one. So much force coming over off of Adjarelli's overhead, but there's no way you're going to keep that one in. 15-30. 15-30. Back inside, return back by Calbucci, taking it up high as Adjarelli. Little shallow dropper trying to pull Russo back in, and Russo, I think, thought maybe Aggiarelli was coming with the lob, but instead he attacks. Smart choice there by the young Aggiarelli. That is a break opportunity now at 15:40 for Calbucci and Aggiarelli to try to extend their lead to 2. Already leading 1-0 here in this men's championship. And Aggiarelli popping it home. And they get the break of serve, and they lead 2-0. So I said this earlier today, kind of this analogy. Imagine you're, if any fans of international football out there, imagine you're like a young Ronaldinho from Brazil, and you had a chance to grow up under the tutelage of Pele. That's kind of what's happening here on this court with Calbucci and Aggiarelli. Calbucci has that Pele status in the sport. And what an awesome opportunity for Aggiarelli to be able to capitalize. 15-love. And that one is out. 30-love. Will Calbucci see the winner circle again here in? It'd be a nice his first tournament in Ocean City. That would be a nice way to start the week. Aggiarelli puts one up into the net. 30-15. Taking it up high, Aggiarelli. Good pressure by Galletti. Oh, and Galletti venting out some frustration on that one. Knocking the cover off the ball just about. As we see on the replay here, he really wound up and put some heat into that one. 30-all. Backhand side return back by Russo. Russo, a little windmill play from the center. There's Calbucci chipping it off the paddle of Galletti, and it's another game point opportunity here at 40-30. Calbucci, Aggiarelli have a chance to extend that lead to 3. It's been all Team Italy here in this second set so far, but we're still early. Going back in, Aggiarelli's there on the angle, taking it up high. Calbucci sending it to the baseline. It's all Calbucci. Aggiarelli, they lead 3-0 here in the second set. We'll be right back with more from men's championship action here in Ocean City, Maryland, the 2026 Maryland Beach Tennis Open BT50 number 1. We've got a really good one brewing here. Alessandro Calbucci, Aggiarelli leading 1-0 and 3-love here as well. If you're out on the boardwalk and you want to come in and take a closer look, you're more than welcome to come sit down. We got some bleachers, gather around the court. If you want a closer look, no charge to you, no obligation. Just come on by. We'd love to see you. Get an up close and personal look at professional beach tennis. Augusto Russo, Alessandro Galletti serving it up. Galletti serving it right now at love 3. Serve in. Yes, and the young Italian, Agirelli, showing us how it's done. He's gotten more comfortable the longer we've gone on in this match. Love 15. Taken up high. Agirelli's there. Agirelli locking in. Now Calbucci's turn as he adjusts to the winds. And another point for Calbucci and Agirelli, and some frustration by Russo. These are professional athletes, folks. It gets a little bit spicy out there. They get frustrated, especially in windy conditions like this, where a lot of it, you can do everything right. But when the conditions are against you, oh, and a code violation warning from tournament director. Interesting. Yeah, and there's a nice response back. Russo takes it down. He could have probably put a little bit of turbo boost on that one, but he elected not to. Sitting on the code violation warning. A little bit different from back in the old tennis days when McEnroe used to murder orange juice bottles on the sideline. And maybe that gave them a little bit of a boost because it's now 30 all. Anything that can give you a motivation. So Galletti and Russo going to talk it over here at 30 all. As the serve is up, backhand side return there by Calbucci. Calbucci getting stretched back. He knew he was beat. He was looking to his partner to cover him. Agirelli was not there. Calbucci saying, "Come on, man. You're 17. I'm 46. You gotta step up." Young Padawan. Game point here for Galletti and Russo to get on the board for the first time, second set. And that's exactly what they do. So they are on the board now. It's 3-1. Calbucci and Agirelli in the lead. They're leading 1-0. And they have this lead in set number 2. But things can change instantaneously here in the sport of beach tennis. Let's see what happens as the maestro serves it up at 3-1. Forehand side return there. Galletti locking in. Saved back by Calbucci. That's going to sail in. And that was, just a little too much to ask as Calbucci on a beautiful defensive play can't follow it up. It's love 15. Dug out there by Russo, taking it high up into the wind. Calbucci's there on the angle. Down in the sand goes Galletti, but Russo putting it down with authority. Gustavo Russo. All of 30. Ooh, and it's getting hot out here all of a sudden. Big time power on the smash. The 17-year-old bringing the heat. He's like, nothing personal, man. I'm just doing what I got to do. Bounce off the net. That's going to chip wide. And so here's a break opportunity at 15:40. Chance to pull this second set within one game. See what Calbucci comes up with here on the serve. Serve is up. Forehand side dig there by Galletti. Galletti, a little backhand flick. Keeps the ball in play. Calbucci to put it away and sends it into the crowd. 30-40. it up high. Calbucci's there. Oh, save back in on a beautiful defensive play by Galetti. Galetti now over from his knees is Alex, and oh, just not quite enough, and that is a break of serve. It is 3-2. Calbucci and Agiarelli in the lead, but by how much? Only one game now. It was 3, and now it's down to 1. So things could be changing. We shall see. More action coming up here from center court in Ocean City. You're watching men's pro action, the championship match at the 2026 Maryland Beach Tennis Open. So here we go, back on center court. We got 3 Italians on the court. I'm wondering, anybody out there in the crowd? Anybody from Italy here? Anybody from Italy? How about Brazil? Anybody from Brazil in the audience? There we go. Nice shot there by Russo. So we got a few from Brazil. I got a question. How about the United States of America? Any Americans out there in the audience tonight? How about anybody from the state of Maryland, the proud state of Maryland? Are you out here? Ball is up and it is out. Nice little dig there by, yes, nice dig by Alex, but Russo, he just kind of snuck one in. He knows he kind of didn't deserve that one, but he got it in anyway. Little smile. 15 all. Oh, sorry, 30-15. And we're tied up now at 30 apiece. Oh, that's going to fall in. Look at that. Is that a miss hit? But it's going to fall in, and Russo gets a paddle on it, dumps it into the net, and that's a break opportunity here for Calbucci and Agiarelli. Just clipped off the tip of that paddle, and you thought, oh, that's a miss hit by the young Alex, but to tell you what, it blows in with the win, and it's break point. As it serves up. No, I saw what he tried to do. It was a bit of a gamble, maybe not a bad one, but it didn't go their way. I know Calbucci's not happy with that. Hard to please a legend. But let's see how they respond here at Golden Point. It's anybody's game right now. Serve is up. Calbucci's there in a defensive play. Calbucci getting stretched back is going to set it to the baseline. That's going to land inside. Calbucci, a little touch play from the center. There's Agiarelli. Agiarelli keep the ball back in. Calbucci, we got a nice exchange here. Down, up goes Calbucci. He's able to save it back in. Calbucci, backhand save to the back. On the baseline, it's going to go in. Oh! With the assist off the win, the young Agiarelli saves it for his team, and they take a 4-2 lead here in the second set, leading 1-0. They're just 2 games away from being crowned the champions here in Ocean City. The legend and his young protege in the lead right now. So the time for Russo and Galetti. is now they don't want to relinquish any more real estate. They've got to try to get the break here. Nice forehand return there by Russo. Russo, a little touch play, challenging Calbucci, who's going to take it back to Galletti. Nice offensive play by Calbucci, but that's going to sail wide. Excellent overhead smash by Alessandro Galletti, putting the pressure on Calbucci. So let's see what they go with now on the serve. I'd love 15. Back over to Russo. A nice dipping serve by Agirelli. 15 all. %25. Forehand side return back by Russo, getting pushed to the baseline. This is going to sail out. 30-15. Forehand side return there, Galletti. Galletti locking in. Look out, and that's a cannon. You don't want to feed it up for Galletti on that overhead smash. He can really put some turbo boost on that. We are tied at 30 all in this game. And that's just all that Russo could do just to try to save himself on that one. A beautiful, dipping, powerful serve. 40-30. And this is huge. Chance to go up 5-2. The young Italian, he's only 17 years old. He's playing with his childhood hero, Alessandro Calbucci. As the serve is up. Backhand side dish to the back baseline. That's out! And it is a 5-2 lead, ladies and gentlemen. Calbucci and Agirelli. They are one game away from being crowned the champions here in Ocean City. Oh, we got a good one here. What's going to happen after the changeover? Will Galletti and Russo have what it takes to climb back into this one? We shall see. More coming up here live from Ocean City. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. And I'll tell you, just a note for the crowd here in Ocean City, if you see something you like, you can let these players hear it. This ain't Wimbledon here. You can let it all hang out. The beach tennis players, they love to hear the crowd energy. They love to hear the passion. We saw that with our guys, our newly crowned Brazilian fans over here in the stands when they got behind their ladies last night. Turn the whole match around. So here we go. Galletti serving it up. Trying to stay alive in this match. Little topspin forehand. Pushing it down, and Russo popping it home. 15 love. Backhand side dish, yes, and Russo. They're down but not out. 30 love, there you go. 30 love. Fighting for their lives here, backs against the wall. Down 2-5 in this set. Nowhere to go but forward. Yes, and a service ace. So they're bringing it out when they need it. Oh, what happens when you got a raccoon trapped in your kitchen corner? It's got nowhere to go, so it starts to claw its way right at you. And that's what these guys need to do. Their backs are against the wall. They are just bringing the heat wherever they can, and they lead 40-love. Game point for Galletti and Russo. And another perfect topspin lob serve. So they stay alive, ladies and gentlemen. 5-3 now. Calbucci and Agiarelli. They can serve out for the championship right here. So it rests on the paddle of the legend, Alessandro Calbucci. Would you want to write the story any other way? Let's see if he can close it out now at 5-3. Serve in, backhand side dish there by Galletti. Galletti taking it up high. Agiarelli's going to send it up high up into the air. Oh, and it's in! It's in! Agiarelli sneaks it inside the baseline from the south side of the court, which is not easy to do. Wind has died down a little bit, but it's still a factor. Calbucci now at 15-love. Serves it up. Forehand side return back. Galletti now keeping it low. Yes, Galletti with some chop block power, keeping that ball low down the middle. That's what you need to do from that side. You do have an option to go over their heads into the wind, but I like what they did there, forcing the pressure in the middle. 15-all. Remember, one more match after this, the ladies' championship. This is going to go. He's going to try to send it up now. That shot would have been perfect about 20 minutes ago when the wind was really whipping. But it's gotten a little bit more calm here. 30-15. That's out. 30-all. Neck and neck. We are dead tied in this game. 30 games apiece. 30 apiece. Yes, 30-all. 30 apiece. Calbucci, 2 points away, though, from serving out the championship. Let's see if he can pull it off. 30-all. Back, forehand side dish there. There's the backhand flick. Save back by Agiarelli. Oh, and Russo. An aggressive punch off the position, and now it's break point. Look out. This could change things if this match goes to one game. Service up. There's Galletti. Galletti now has the angle. Say back on the backhand side. Oh, into the net. Into the net. And that is important because that, ladies and gentlemen, takes us to 40-all. It is called golden point. That means the next point wins the game. For Calbucci, for Agiarelli, it is set point. It is match point. It is championship point right here, right now. Serve is up. Will it be the championship for these gentlemen here? Let's see. No, it will not. We're going to keep on playing. We are going to keep on playing. It is a one-game second set. Alessandro Calbucci, Alex Agiarelli lead 5-4, but they had it in their hands. They had the match point opportunity, and they let it slip away. Let's see what happens here. Can Galletti and Russo convert and keep the momentum going? We shall see. And that is out. Love 15. Service up. Calbucci's there to answer. Calbucci now a little cross angle from the center. Galletti goes back into position, and Calbucci puts it down the middle. Love 30. They are 2 points away from being crowned champions here in Ocean City. What a story it would be to tell. The legend, Calbucci, with his 17-year-old partner, first time playing together. Forehand side return. Oh my goodness, a misstep there by Russo. Ladies and gentlemen, it is triple championship point for Calbucci and Aggiarelli. Can they do it right now? Can they pull it off? Service up, forehand side return there by Aggiarelli. Calbucci's there, punching it down the center. Calbucci for the kill. No. Yes, it's all over. Alessandro Calbucci, Alex Aggiarelli, your 2026 BT50 #1 champs here in Ocean City. Ladies and gentlemen, let them hear it. Unbelievable play. The maestro pulled it off, and Aggiarelli. And for Galletti and Russo, they fell just a bit short, but what a hard-fought match. So your champions have been crowned on the men's side. We're going to get a word from them down in the sand here momentarily, and then we're going to get ready for the ladies, the final match of the night. Women's Championship coming up next. Able to get a couple pictures of me when I'm interviewing them? Would that be okay? Like some photos? Yeah. I have an orange camera if you want to use that one, or your own. That's fine. I can get it later. Oh, for them. Okay.
Where was that?
So stand over here. We're gonna get some words with them first, and then we'll have you guys do that. Yeah, you'll get the photo this way. All right, well, hey. All right, Alex Corna here with our champions, Alessandro Calbucci and Alex Aggiarelli. Alessandro, your first time in Ocean City, welcome, and welcome to the winner's circle. Good to see you back in the championship mode here, my friend. Tell me about the match that you did. You kept it exciting. Walk me through that match and how you're feeling right now.
Well, first but not last, I hope. Yeah, very happy. Winning is always good for everything, you know, for the soul, for the body, for the ranking. It was a pleasure to play with him. First time, but he has a long future for sure. You repeated many times. I would like to thank, of course, the organizer here. I know the family. They put all their energy in this event. To the public, I would like to say that is a full week event, not just today. Yep. This is just the beginning. And last but not least, I would like to thank my sponsor, Sexy Bisteni, because he has helped me a lot to be able to live this dream that is traveling all around the world and playing Bisteni is grounding in different sense. So this is really a paradise in life. So thank you, Mark, a lot for that. And well, congrats to the opponents. And tomorrow we have another tournament. So let's go to recover.
You do, but for right now, Alex, congratulations. Your first tournament with the legend. A lot of people would sign up for that opportunity. You had the opportunity. You're a champion now. First event of the week. How are you feeling right now, and how is your experience?
It's amazing. I'm so excited. I'm not thinking that before that we can won the tournament for my condition of physical, but we won. and I'm very happy. I want to thank to my sponsor that permit me to do these tournaments here in USA. I want to thank also my family that is here, that is seeing me, and the organizer, because it's an amazing tournament.
Well, that it is, absolutely, and it's just beginning. You have another tournament starting tomorrow, and then later in the week, the BT200. So still a lot of play to be going on, but you're off to a great start. You are the champions here for the first event of the week, and we want to congratulate you. We want to invite out the tournament organizers, Chip and Beth McLeod, to come on out, and they have some trophies for you. We'll have you right over here. Oh, the runners up, that's right. So
You don't want to run her up after all that.
here we go. So Russo, and yes, come on over. Alessandro, Gustavo. So we're presenting trophies to the runners-up, Gustavo and Alessandro here in Ocean City. Trophies presented by Beth and Chip McLeod, the tournament organizers here and founders of Beach Tennis Maryland. And remember, folks, we got one more match coming up here in just a minute, the Ladies Championship. All right, and now, trophies for our champions, Calbucci and Agiarelli. Congratulations, gentlemen. And Calbucci even got a kiss. There we go. That was worth it right there. All right, congratulations to our winners. And now we turn our attention to the ladies. Ladies up next to bring out the night here on this gorgeous Sunday evening. Ladies, we turn it over to you. Women's Championship coming up next, right here on Center Court.